Okay, we're here today with Ed Freyfogle from Nestoria at the Top Cats party, and we're going to introduce yourself, Ed.
Hi, I'm Ed from Nestoria. I'm one of the founders. We're a property search engine. So basically what we do is we get data about flats and homes to rent or to buy all across the UK and in other countries, and we let you search them.
So I've been a follower of Nestoria from the beginning, and it's been a really exciting one. You've been looking at taking in content from other partners. I'd like to know a little bit more about where you see your expansion for Nestoria and how you see it growing.
Well, we've had a nice growth in users. We've basically reached the level that we need to reach in terms of comprehensiveness of listings. As you mentioned, we've added a lot of other content around the listings. So, for example, when you do a search for a flat on Nestoria, you can see the nearby schools, transport, pubs, all types of things like that. We recently expanded to Spain, and right now we're looking at expanding to other countries, but also continuing to grow in the countries that we're in.
So Ed, I'm really curious, how do you make your money from Nestoria?
Well, Sam, basically we provide leads to people who provide us with the listings.
Okay, so in terms of where you go next with Nestoria, we're really interested. So you're aggregating all of the housing and the content. I think that's brilliant, but where do you see yourself outside of UK and Spain? Is this going to be a European, US development? How do you see it?
Probably less likely that we go to the US. We're looking at a lot of other markets, mainly within Europe, but not only within Europe. So, again, two areas for growth. One is geographic expansion, but the other is just continuing to grow within the countries that we're in. So.
Ed, because I know you pretty well, you've got a very good open source strategy as well to Nestoria. Can you tell us more about your open source strategy?
Right, so we're a very small team with very limited resources, so we're always trying to find ways that we can use other resources, and a big part of that is open source software, but also just generally the open source movement. So we're big users of Perl. Our entire platform is written on Perl, on open source software, so we sponsor a lot of activities in the Perl community here in London. But we also work with a lot of groups like OpenStreetMap or things like that to try to basically multiply the effect of having a small team, but also stay at the cutting edge, because we think that's where a lot of the best stuff is happening.
You attended the inaugural Facebook application development event. So I'm curious, two things. How do you see Facebook growing for generally, and how do you see that benefiting Nestoria?
I'm a big Facebook fan. I lived in Boston actually when Facebook first launched, so really experienced the growth of it. We recently launched our Facebook apps both in the UK and in Spain, so we think we were the first non-English language Facebook app. We've seen some usage. The platform is still, it lets you do some cool things. There needs to be some improvements. For example, we can't integrate the maps because of restrictions on JavaScript, so hopefully they'll find a way around that. In general, we want to go where the users are, and the users are on Facebook.
Ed, thank you very much, and we hope to see Nestoria grow rapidly soon.
We do.